a couple of races into this season. What's your kind of report of how things have gone?
Well, just 2 races in, we had mixed races. Bahrain, we made some operational errors, so we really didn't show the pace that we had in the car. And Jeddah went a little bit better. We had both of them in the points, which is good, and we'll see how we go here. We're only one free practice into it, and there's still a lot of work to be done.
Esteban was saying yesterday that he feels like you guys are getting the most out of the current package that it is, and is it just really a case now of bringing relentless developments like you did last year if you're going to close that gap?
Absolutely right. It's now a development race, and you're right. We have to be relentless in our pursuit of more performance on the car. I think we've done some good work over the winter to change the architecture in order to enable adding more performance to it. Now we have to do it.
Are you a little bit disappointed to be as far off at the minute as you are off the front runners?
Yeah, so the two surprises for me were, and maybe not surprises, but the teams that made big improvements were Aston from where they were, and also Red Bull. I think Red Bull improved significantly relative to the others. For us, I think we've taken a step in the right direction when we compare ourselves to Mercedes, which were right behind before, and also Ferrari. So now we have to, like you say, just relentless pursuit of developments throughout the year.
Great stuff. And just finally, Pierre had a couple of races with him now. He looks to have settled in very quickly to the team. Is he delivering at the level that you hoped he would do when you signed him?
I think he'll get even better, once he settles in even more. But yeah, he's a competent racing car driver. He's fast, he's young, and he's very experienced. So we like Pierre, and he's working well with Esteban.
I was going to say, they seem to be getting on well.
Yeah,
Chris, we've just been talking to Mike Crack from Aston Martin, who at the moment appear to be some of your strongest competitors. They obviously have quite a lot of CFD and wind tunnel this time this year to advance through the field. How tough do you think it's going to be for you guys to put the changes you want to on your car, given the restrictions that you've got?
I think it's going to be very tough for us to develop this car because of when you look at the amount of percentage time less we have compared to some of our rivals is significant, but it is what it is, and we've just got to do the best we can with what we've got and be efficient, effective, and selective, in what we choose to develop and how we apportion our time.
That's the key, isn't it? Selective, because in the past, you guys as the top teams could go down multiple routes, figure out which one was the best. Now, because of time and money, you can't do that. How have you as a team changed that mindset?
It's been a total cultural change over the last couple of years, and I think that it's a new challenge in Formula One as to how you apply resources. It used to be a sprint in terms of develop the car as quickly as you could with whatever budget you could rustle up. Now it's a question of how and where do you apply your resource, and of course there are so many variables like crash damage and accident damage in there that can have a massive effect on your potential to develop. So it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out this year.
At the moment, you are the team with the targets on your backs, of course. You have 2 phenomenal drivers at your team. Is the relationship between them better than it looks from the outside, or do you think your rivals are trying to find a chink in the armour somewhere?
They're 2 competitive drivers, and the relationship's fine. There's a good respect between the 2 of them. They both know the responsibility they have driving for the team, and that there's expectations that come with that. So, but they're in a good place. They've been a very effective pairing for us, and I expect that to continue.
Good to see. I feel like from the first 2 races, it's been a good start for you guys. Is that what it feels like internally?
Yeah, it's a solid start, I would call it. And I think everybody's happy, and in the moment we are thinking of attacking, not just defending. I don't know if that makes sense, but everybody's pretty happy, but not happy enough to not work hard. So everybody's really working hard. First of all, that we can keep this performance, but more importantly, to better the performance. So no, it's a good start, and we just need to keep on always pushing and trying to do the best we can.
I know you spent a lot of time maybe looking back behind you, the teams falling back in races over the last few years in terms of the performance. Operationally, when you've got a car to attack forward, are they operating at a high level?
Yeah, obviously, last year we had a good year where we could go back into the groove after 2020 and 2021 where we were struggling. But now, you know, we have still ways to go. We have still a lot of things to get better, but that is what we aim to be. But in general, everybody's pushing hard.
In terms of how the team have gone with the money grab, title sponsorship, more money into the team, able to push the budget cap, are you feeling that that's going to see a development curve this year that could be a little bit more aggressive?
Absolutely, you know, we are working hard on development. You know, it's performance on these cars is hard to come by because we are in the second year of this regulation. So further you get in, more difficult is to find performance. But I think that's the same for everybody. So every little bit you need to take and bring to the car.
And just finally, Nico, I know he's only had a couple of races, but it seems like he's settled in really well. From an experience point of view, having had a couple of rookies over the last few years, and now you've got two experienced drivers, are you really starting to see that kind of benefit to the team as a whole?
Absolutely. I mean, Nico is bringing what we expected him to bring. You know, that for we took him. He's bringing his experience. He has done this in midfield teams before. You know, he's only on his third race now, and it seems like he's there since a year. So it's very good because he just has done it. You know, it's much easier to do when you have done something before.